Hello world and welcome back to Cultist Simulator. In the last episode I told you how to found your cult. Now we're going to start to see just the kinds of wonderfully glorious things we can do with it. And our cult is the Society of Saint Hydra, an occult society dedicated to the study of the 5 histories and their 1,000 demi-real branches. We can use any aspect to promote believers, but we have no exalted specialists. So, I don't know what any of that means, but we're going to continue. And one of the things I just want to give you guys a heads up about this game is you will fail a lot. And that's okay, because that's part of the game. If you're arrested by inspectors, for example, you can actually turn around and play an inspector, which I think is an absolutely fantastic kind of an approach to this game. You can start new characters, you can do more things. So this is the Society of Saint Hydra, but let us... I want erudition, so that I can then try to combine these two occult scraps to give a higher level lore. Or, actually, we have a fleeting memory. A moment in time, and another moment, it'll be gone. What can we do with this fleeting memory? Nothing right now. But we can dream, I believe, about... What can we dream about? Health, passion. Let's dream with passion about lore. And that lore that we dream about will be the occult scrap. Let's see what we can do. Let's see where this takes us. Because I gave the introduction last time, from here on out, I'm not flying blind, but we have 2 fleeting memories which we can actually combine to create a Secret Histories lore. But unfortunately, we're studying something else. Well, we found something noteworthy in the library, and this is the 16th century alchemical fever dream attributed to Robert Fludd, frequently banned for the disturbing allure of its illustrations. This is in the original Latin, which means a dead language, dead as diamonds. Some books must be translated before they can be read, so we can't actually do anything with that, but let's go right on back into Moreland's shop. And can we promote Rose? Can we do this? No. To promote a believer to a disciple, you need to provide an appropriate aspect for the cult to at least the 7th intensity. Alright. Well, we don't have any 7th intensity. We have this intensity level 2. We can combine these to make it 4, combine many of those to make it 6. But right now, we're not there yet. Yes, work overtime at Mr. Alden's insistence. We really should do something about Mr. Alden. So perhaps we shall talk of a watchman's secret. Talking publicly about the invisible arts will attract attention. Perhaps that's what I want. And it is, because I want more followers. And we also have The Locksmith's Dream, a light through a keyhole. And we can auction this off, but the first volume of Teresa Galmier's examination of parallels in the mystic dreams of arts. Listens. We still have Moreland's shop. Let's just put this here, just to remind us that we can explore this. Let's put the books here to remind us that we can study them. Even though this one is currently in Latin, we need to figure out how to get that. But we have erudition. And then we have our reason up there. Yeah, exotic cravings is going to take our temptation enlightenment. We know that's going to happen. Right, we are currently dreaming. The crowds of sleep. Rumpled fields, the wink of a river, a tingling chill. Okay, we've worked. We've got 2. It didn't even make us work overtime. Good. That's actually good. And, alright. A profound and restful sleep. We've gained vitality, but our passion is exhausted. Okay, so it appears dreaming passionately about an occult scrap does nothing. Let's try to remember that. But we do ever have restlessness. Oh no, unfortunate. Okay. Let us... Well, we do still have plenty of funds. So let's explore Moreland's library. Let's buy a book. Let's add it to our library, if we can. Let us dream with reason and see what happens. But let us study also this volume of the Locksmith's Dream, the parallels in mystic dreams experienced by carpenters, masons, and other artisans, and what they purport to reveal about the architecture of the world. Sometimes mordant, sometimes funny, no one has ever explained why Galmier devoted herself to this quixotic exploration of artisans' dreams. Yeah, but we're studying it. Boom, there we go. Remember to hit start, everybody. Remember to hit start. Add to our library, we've added the Latin grammar. Beautiful. So we can use the textbook to study Latin, and we can then translate this. Beautiful. Beautiful. Let's again explore Moreland's shop. Let's take those, whoops. Don't move the table, move the gold. There we go. And so we were talking about the mystic arts. We can get an acquaintance, but we must speak passionately to this acquaintance in order for them to join us. And once again, we're having bleak thoughts, which will totally eat up this restlessness. But Mr. Alden wants us to work overtime again. And now things are happening quickly. Collection of poetry. The poet makes himself a seer by immense, long, deliberate derangement of all the senses. The opposite of wisdom, thankfully. And if we study this with 2 glimmerings, we can get a new passion. So, maybe we want to focus on that. Maybe we want to focus on that. In fact, yes we do. Yes, we do. We get more funds. Yes, go back to work. Working overtime. Work out. And good, we are content, which we can use to offset the dread. Beautiful. An erudition and a watchman's secret. Now, how many eruditions do we need? We need 4. Well, let's study this Latin grammar. I recall a certain amount from my school days, but I need to brush up. Yeah, I recall a little bit of Latin too, but not nearly enough to translate ancient, mystical texts. Sexus plurumque abest idica is est disciplus malis. That's pretty much all I know. Victor, an acquaintance. We have a new acquaintance, and this acquaintance, Victor is a sly fellow, and he knows an unusual opportunity when he sees it. I might be able to recruit this acquaintance as a follower. So let us talk of the Society of Saint Hydra to our associate, and we'll use, we have 2 Watchman's secrets. Hey. We will use that by invoking Lantern. Oh, but somebody is looking into us. Somebody is looking into us, so we do not want to get any kind of a notoriety. They're using a mystique, which means they will look harder, but you can't actually build a case against us using this. Oh, good. We have 1 erudition here, 1 erudition here, 1 erudition here. We might be able to get enough eruditions. But on the white, oh, interesting. Solomon Husher writes, perhaps allegorically, of winter, and its long, slow, doomed romance with the sun. The epigraph is sunsets at noon. We've talked... Victor is now a believer. I'm just going to rearrange these. There we go. And once again, rearrange things however you choose. It's entirely up to you. I believe we can study this. Yes, it is an aspect. It is a text. Books are the memory which does not die. So we can study this once all of this is done. Once we have read our Latin and everything is good. But we have an adversary. There's always someone who doesn't understand who understands too well. This troublemaker may seek evidence on my activities to share with the authorities, and we have Dr. Natalia Dragan. She was laughed out of academia for her analyses of alternate histories, and it only made her more resolute. Now she works with the Suppression Bureau. And the Suppression Bureau is basically the FBI. And they're trying to, basically keep us from doing what we do. Keep us from doing what we do. So, we've improved our Latin, and we now have a Latin scholar. And this is useful for translating texts. So let us study this. We need to use the Latin scholar, the scholar Latin skill, in order to translate the Orchid Transfigurations. Ooh, never done this before. This is exciting, my friends. This is exciting. And we once again have an illness. Oh, and we do have aspects of the moth. Moth finds light in the dark, and so do I. I don't know what moth will give us. Let us find out. And the clouds part. The wolf despair prowls elsewhere because we used contentment to offset the dread. So now it is gone. We have gained money. Let us go back to work. Boom. Let us explore Moreland's shop once more. And then we can start combining these, I believe. I would like something that we can use to gain more health, because we currently don't have any health. The place behind desire. Is there something to be learnt from the satisfaction of desire? Oh, and the moth gives us restlessness. But we don't want restlessness right now. So I'm not actually going to open that up. I'm not going to take it. Begin a translation of a text. I've prepped the text for study. This is later English translation. The second volume of a compilation of quasi-Rosicrucian allegories supposedly by Robert Flood. Let us explore this. Flood, or pseudo-Flood, suggests alignments between the alchemical tradition of Rubedo and the older Grail traditions of the Pine Knight's quest for the Cinnabar Cup. I don't know what that's. I don't know what any of that is about. Right, and we have the honors of a gentleman. The humors of a gentleman. Samuel Savage's satirical comedy on the intrigues of the ailing but cunning John's son, his mistress Mavelyn, her lover Leo, and the upstart Corvino. Okay, so we definitely need to... Well, we have an affliction, and we don't have any health. So let's... Health to get vitality. So let's just use the funds to deal with that. There we go. And there is... We are having bleak thoughts, dark days, so must be careful not to let the despair creep in. And that's why I'm not opening up this restlessness, because that will become despair, and I don't want the despair. However, the place behind desire does give us a glimmering. Interesting. So we can study another passion, use the collection of poetry to then get the glimmering. Excellent. We have more monies. I love that he's not actually giving us a whole bunch of overtime recently. Let's use that Scholar Latin just to remember that we can study those. There's a lot of things to study because we can combine the occult scraps, the Watchman's secret. Oh, it actually took the dread from the moth. Dang. I was hoping that wouldn't happen. Seek the cup in the birthing bed, the Pine Knight is told. The midwife at the birthing bed, to his amazement, is the Mountain Mother. In a fit of awe, he both gowns and flays himself. The vigilant storm bursts joyfully from the remains. What? And this is a second level Grail aspect. The Great Mother remembers. It is a Megalesian incantation. Do you remember? The Great Mother remembers. Let us study passion, which will then have 2 glimmerings, collection of poetry, and then we're good. Dreams. Our health has returned thusly. We should probably also remember to increase our health. A trembling in the air. Fascination may provoke visions. Do we have any fascination? We do not have any fascination on the board, so that is good. That is good. But yes, we must work overtime. Darn. I don't like working overtime because otherwise we get gold more frequently. This actually slows things down. And it also dims our reason, which is unfortunate in case, especially if we want to use reason for something else. But read sentimental literature. We now have 2 glimmerings. So let us use a collection, study a collection of poetry with 2 glimmerings. Boom, we will gain more passion, and then we will start working on our health. The world is as it is. Mirrors are calm, the sun is steady, the glory recedes. I'm sane, if that means anything. Dusty facts have come clear in my brain, for now at least. Okay. Excellent. We have 5 funds. We have 2 believers. Actually, what are the believer skills? Victor is a sly fellow, but loyal. He has edge. Oh, people with edge are good at killing people. So let's see if we can't kill Mr. Alden. Although I do want, I'd rather have just like a hanger-on, like a nameless person than Rose or Victor. Well, I believe we can re-recruit Roses and Victors later on. Like some of these aspects are unique; they can only exist once. But Rose and Victor do not have the unique aspects, so I think that we can actually recruit them later on in case we try to kill them and fail. To kill not them, but use them to kill somebody and fail. Good. We now have 3 passion. Beautiful. Let us study health. We'll get 2 vitalities, use that to gain additional health, which is going to be good in the long run. But for now, we must speak passionately to an acquaintance. We have more funds. Fantastic. I do, personally, this is just me, I do like to keep funds above 5. That way, in case there is anything that requires a lot of funds in a short amount of time, we still have enough to survive. So we have health and vitality. Whoops. Put that back. There we go. And let us dream. Let us dream reasonably. Let's see what this will do. We should also start dreaming of occult scraps and Watchman's secrets, because that has interesting things that we can do with it. We have a new acquaintance, Sylvie. And we will speak of the Society of Saint Hydra to Sylvie. And the ceremony will be Megalesian Incantation, and this one is ready. Excellent. And our cravings has led to restlessness, which can, of course, lead to dread, which will then tie into this, into despair. So we need contentment. We need to get contentment. And how to get contentment? That is ever the question, my friends. But let us speak to Victor. Actually, as soon as this is done, we will speak to Victor about Mr. Alden. So if we can kill Alden, or rather, deal with Alden, Victor. Significant conversations in a smoky meeting room. What do I need from my follower? We can add to your cult to send them out on cult member business, but let us also send Rose out to explore. Crowded thoroughfares by day, a fog-wrapped labyrinth by night. Because remember, this is London at the tail end of the 19th century, London smog, Jack the Ripper, that kind of a thing. I'll send my minions out to searching for opportunities. They may be able to get a follower. But we will discuss occult business with the follower, and the occult business is Mr. Alden. I want this annoyance gone, but this approach is risky. My minion strength is limited. The annoyance might very easily survive, and the attempt will draw attention. But oh good, we're having a good day. We're having a good day, which will lead to a contentment, which we can use to offset the dread. Beautiful. Let's also put 2 vitality together. Come on. Vitality, vitality. We shall gain an additional health. A hireling. I found someone whom I might pay to enact regrettable necessities. We can add funds to hire this themselves for a limited time. Yes, we shall do that. And while that is going on, I want to paint. You never know. This might be a living. We can add passion to make distinctive paintings, add mystique and especially notoriety to attract attention and make more money. But if we use notoriety, exhibiting paintings will keep you in the public eye. We will use mystique and we will use passion. Let us see what we paint. And the inspiration will be a Megalesian Incantation. Those who know will understand, as will the Inspiration Bureau. So let's see if we can use Sylvia, a believer. Something to remember them by, perhaps. Because they're going to die? Yes, I will use them for my purposes, and if they die, so be it. Herseau's Nightmare, down I go. This will create more dread. We need contentment. Health? We need contentment. Otherwise this, because we're already at 1, this will be 2, and this will offset that one. But still. I'm a little bit worried. I'm not gonna lie. No. Take this one. No. It will destroy when it reaches 3 dread. No, take the contentment! Just when we got... Okay, Sylvie, believer. We gained mystique. We gained a glimmering. We gained contentment. So we have 2 contentment. Our passion is exhausted, yes. such is the case. We gained more mystique. We still have a vivid imagination. We also gained funds and funds. So we gained money from our painting. But why did that take the dread? Okay, we are healthy at least. Stronger physique. Can we work this skill? I've grown strong, but I must still devote my health to a day's work. Unskilled labor, arms of bronze. Oh, interesting. Didn't know that was a thing. A position it in Glover and Glover. My minion has not returned. They must have failed. This may prove yet embarrassing. That is indeed embarrassing. So Sylvia, I need your help. I want you to kill my boss. There we go. And we also have Rosa Believer and a shifty woman. I get the job done. Sarling may be useful for some notorious purposes. Oh, when we just used Sylvia for it. Okay. Well, we do have a shifty woman, but the shifty woman does time out after 2 minutes. So we can still use her to kill our boss a little bit later on. We do have another glimmering. Well, let's, again, paint with... Let us paint it with mystique. And let us paint with... No, we cannot paint with a glimmering. Let us paint with passion. And the inspiration shall again be Rose, a believer, a portrait, something to remember them by. Let us study on the humors of a gentleman. By the end of the first act, Mavelin has revealed a secret door in the walls of the house Tilio, and Corvino has taken to consuming worms. Yeah, I'm not liking this. Because our contentment is going away, but an early night has health and a fleeting memory. We need to get contentment. Let us explore, search the city. We can explore by health, we can just walk through the city, and sometimes that will give us contentment. Reason, oh no. We need to, let us spend money on paints. See if we can't make a really good painting. An overlooked place I found somewhere unusual. And that place is, oh. This is the Ecdysis Club, a cabaret with an occult reputation. Let us go to the cabaret. We will pay the entry fee. The entrance is lost beneath soft drapes of crimson, cinnabar, and incarnadine. Above the door is the club motto, Ingri rum imis nocte et consumi mer igni. It has been rendered as into night's circle we fly, until the fire enjoys us. Excellent. We really need this contentment to join over here. Hopefully it won't time out. No, no, draw it. Find contentment now. It's not... Okay, good. It did grab the contentment. Whew. Good. And we do have a second contentment, which is fantastic. We also have a fascination. And also... The Ecdysis Club is closed, which means it will take another 60 seconds for it to, before we can explore it again. That was close. I don't know if you guys saw that, but I was super nervous there for a second. We are ranging night terrors for an annoyance. I wait, what? Interesting. My recent work is considered significant, so let's bring Rose back. We've got a whole bunch of mystique. We are content, again, good. We've exhausted our passion. That's why you need many of them. More mystique. Whoops. Vivid imagination, and 2 more funds. Good. Let us paint again. I do like the painting aspect of this. The yearning... Oh, no. I didn't want to just regular paint. I wanted to paint with a vivid imagination. Oh well, it is what it is. The play is scabrous and occasionally hilarious. The characters are contrary and capricious. Many of the more resonant lines might well be formulae of power disguised in plain sight. And so we now have 3 Watchman's Secrets. And a whole bunch of mystique. We have Rose, we have a shifty individual. And we have enough contentment to at least take much of the dread away. But... Dr. Natalia Dragan is noticed that we are a little bit notorious. My mystique has attracted the hunter's attention. They can prove nothing yet, but they'll keep looking longer for now. Let's read on the white. On closer investigation, the work seems to be a theory of aesthetics, or perhaps a set of warnings about the dangers of painting. Interesting. There are dangers of painting? Let us... Okay, we still have some funds. Let's leave that the way it is. Let us explore... Let us dream... Oops. What can we dream about? We can dream about a fascination. The doors of vision... Oh, even dread. So if we use our dread, we can use dread to get rid of a fascination, but we don't have any dread, and I don't want to bring more dread upon us because of, well, this. So, what can we dream about? Dream of reason. Oh no, it's passion, dream, then we can get the lore. Right. My minion has returned. The annoyance has proven more resilient than we had expected. Their mind remains intact. That's unfortunate. So, we will speak to a shifty woman. We shall talk to her about our position at Glover and Glover. Send a devious minion to drive an annoyance insane. I want this annoyance gone, but my minion's abilities are limited. That's okay. They are a minion for a reason. They're just somebody that we don't really care about. So if this... I mean, this hireling, we hired her for 1 gold. If she dies, she dies. But let us go back to the Icterus Club in order to get an additional, hopefully, an additional contentment. But we have passion, and we have a glimmering. How many glimmerings do we need? We need 4. So let us again paint, not with that passion, with a vivid imagination, and we will paint with mystique and more mystique. And the inspiration shall be Rose, a believer. It's a portrait. We can just sell the portraits. It's okay. There we go. We get an awareness of appetite, which is an influence, a second-order influence apparent to the perceptive, instantly recognizable to an adept. This can be used in some rites to summon minions. I was really hoping we would get contentment out of it, but we didn't. And study on the white. Husher writes distractedly of his hatred of colors and his yearning for death. He hints at a great work he has envisioned. Envisaged, or begun, where the palest of paintings will enthrall the world. He returns again and again to certain compelling phrases, which he claims are the secret words of winter. And winter is one of the occult traditions within this game. But we do not have anything that we can study. Actually, we do. Let us study reason to get an erudition, which we can then use to combine some of these occult scraps or Watchman's secrets into more advanced level lores. At least that's the plan, because we don't really have enough money to buy a new book. We will not spend extra money on paints. We will not do that. Uh-oh. Dr. Natalia Dragan has found some tentative evidence. I'm certain that my adversary has lodged a copy of their notes elsewhere, with their solicitor, with their superior, or even with a contact in the press. This is troubling. So the tentative evidence will decay after 10 minutes. Hunters with evidence become more dangerous. Evidence may survive the death of the hunter who created it. So, we need to deal with the evidence. Do we not? Oh, good. That will actually create an erudition for us. Beautiful. But it's also made us restless, which will lead to dread, which is not good. Not good at all. And it is a good work, which means we will get paid for our painting. Let us explore an occult scrap. No. Because if we can explore with lore, but that will help us find maybe secret locations within the cities. But I want to combine these into more advanced lore first. And we might start going insane. We're seeing visions. We are hallucinating. But Rose is still here. We have plenty of mystique. A glimmering, another glimmering, more mystique. Oh, vivid imagination. And 2 funds. We currently have 3 glimmerings, so once this is done, once we read whatever is at hand to get the erudition, we can actually combine... Oh, we'll only have 3. So let us paint to get rid of the yearning. There we go. That's good. That should also give us a glimmering to complete our quartet. Position at Glover and Glover. Minion has returned. The annoyance has proven more resilient than expected. We have some notoriety, which will be added to more evidence against us. So, we need... Shifty Woman. Let's deal with this tentative evidence. My minion's talent for deceit is limited, and this is a difficult task. They will likely fail, and this requires moth. And they're not good at moth. So again, let's do this. We will totally increase our notoriety. Actually, no, we don't want to increase our notoriety. Let's not do that. Let's not increase our notoriety. Let's not give Natalia Dragan more reasons to investigate us. We do not want that, but we do have erudition. There's some more reason, some more erudition. But let us study passion. That should give us... No, we will not study passion. We will wait for the 4 glimmerings. We will study nothing at present. Okay, we have an illness. Our passion is exhausted, but let us now return to work. Yes, we do indeed have the illness, so let us... Oh, that didn't give us a glimmering. Ooh, I was hoping that would give us a glimmering. Well, let's get a glimmering in order to then combine these to create one more passion. Okay, let us dream. Let us dream with passion about an occult scrap. Let us see what happens. There we go. And the clouds part. There is no more... no dread empowers this despair for now. Good. I do really want to get rid of that tentative evidence. Nothing then for the shifty woman. We are restless yet again. I do not want to increase our notoriety. So, does anybody have moth? Oh, aspect Sylvia is good at deceit. Can you get rid of the tentative evidence? My minion's talent for deceit is limited. This is a difficult task. They will likely fail. Well, Natalia Dragan. Let's speak of the Society of St. Hydra. My believer might be able to part fools from the treasures if they're lucky. Oh, good. Gain us more money. Let's get the erudition. There we go. This is okay, but... Oh, that has given us a vitality. It did not give us an illness, as I'd previously surmised. That is good. That is good. But we are... Oh, she's investigating, and there's plenty of notoriety against us. Plenty of notoriety. Passion, glimmering. There we go. This is the glimmering. 1, 2, and we're 1.8 seconds away from losing that last glimmering. There we go. We have 2 funds. Let's return back to work. Let's also put that reason over there. But that is the end of this episode. I am Carl the Great Bear of the North. Actually, no, I'm Giordano Ficino, aspirant. Nightmare of the Cleansing Dawn. Now I can slough off my flesh, patch by patch, tugging the tendons free like fibers picked from teeth. My skin lies like a shredded blanket. The sun heaves itself above the horizon with a triumphant battle yell. The light falls like acid on my naked bones. Pain wakes me. My bones will throb for days. Ow! I don't like that. I don't like that at all. I don't like that one teeny little bit. But thank you very much for watching. I'll see you all next time in Cultist Simulator. Have a good day, everybody.